Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play World of Warcraft Storytime. Yeah, I just listened to most of my last episode because I totally forgot where I left off with the War of the Ancients, or, well, it's the episode before the last. Oh my gosh, do I really sound like that? Oh my fucking god. It sounds better in my head, but okay. We really can't do anything about that. But, oh my god, really, do I really sound like that? Oh god. Yeah, so we need to turn in our 2 quests, or 3? We got 3 quests, and then we will see where the quest givers take us. And we got venomous secrets. Just a quick reminder, we killed spiders and got their venom from them. Have you the venom? Yes. That old nostalgic smell. You've done well for the Forsaken and the Horde.
Beware.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Doing, man.
There are none left to pose the Raven Tusk. Any stragglers will be quickly taken care of. You've done my people a great honor, Rianko. Okay? A staff, leather and... Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Let's take something we can actually use. I wish I could have been there to see it, Rianko. I'll have to hear the story from Ongo Longo himself when this is over. You've done well cleaving through the warriors, Rianko. I'd like you to investigate the summit of Jinthar lore. We were prepared for fiercest battle there, to storm the dark altar, but it's too quiet. Not a sound. It could be a terrible trap, and someone strong should look into the first, instead of all of us rushing in. And if it's not a trap, I'm very interested in finding out what happened up there. Bring me back any clues you can find. Okay, so we mount again and ride on. Yeah, I think I've left off the War of the Ancients, if I remember correctly now. I couldn't listen to much of myself talking. That really is strenuous to hear yourself talking. Really, you should never do that. Please never do. You sound almost every time different than you do in your head while talking. Well, so you know, when you talk, you hear yourself talking, but you're not actually hearing what all the other people are hearing. You're hearing let's call it a different version of yourself, and that is quite annoying to say the least, because you sound completely different than you imagine you sound, or the sound you hear while you're talking is completely different to what you actually sound like. And I need really to find there. So, oh come on, really? Again? The fuck? Come on. Woo! Close one. Someone else? They cast through walls. That's not fair. That is not fair. Come on. Ooh, that was close. Really close. Do I have something to heal myself up? No. No. There. Yeah. And War of the Ancients. Again, War of the Ancients. So, I think we left off where Illidan and Illidan captured Malfurion and Broxigar. They were rescued by Corialstras, and I think that's pretty much it. But I don't really know. I think we really left off there. So let's continue from there, hopefully. And well, the battle for the Night Elves was not so easily fought. They had pretty much a lot of problems and trouble fighting against Archimonde, because Archimonde, of course, is... Yeah, he isn't the right hand of Zagras for nothing. He really is a great strategist. He really is a fierce fighter, and yeah, of course, Jared Shadowsong, he had yeah, he was a strategist for the first time, so this is something that he wasn't quite used to, whereas Archimonde, he had been doing this for thousands of years, maybe even millennia, and there was pretty much no matching his strategy or power, raw power. Of course, the Demon Lord is someone, yeah, a force to be reckoned with, let's call it that. And yeah, so they had a small reprieve there. Oh, there's a rare mob. Let's kill the rare. Why not? A small reprieve, and that is when something happened. The horns were sounded, the war horns, and the Night Elves, they readied themselves to attack the foe, but as their host consisted not only of Night Elves, but also of Furbolgs and Dwarven, or Earthen as they were called back then, and Tauren, those other guys, they were not readying themselves. Spider Idol? Really? Okay. Really? I simply need to loot them or what? Really? Okay. Yeah. They weren't attacking or readying themselves, and when Jared Shadowsong got there, they pretty much respond with, "We're not going to fight against those guys." And Jared was like, "What?" Because he thought it to be the Burning Legion, but it was not the Burning Legion. In fact, it was Cenarius with his fellow demigods. And in the wake of these events, the host was strengthened by those demigods. When the Legion attacked, they pretty much used the tactic of Desdel Star Eye, the yeah, forming the... Well, I need to focus again. The Legion used this tactic. They organized their host into wedges and drove them deep into the lines of the Night Elves, but with a little bit more success than Lord Star Eye had, because yeah, the Legion has Infernals, so the Infernals were the tip of the wedge, and behind those guys were Eredar and Felgard and stuff, so their forces were bolstered, and the wedges could drive deep into the host. All seemed lost, but then, of course, the good Lord of... What was I going to say? I don't know. Jared Shadowsong was riding with his newfound allies, the demigods, into battle, and those were pretty much insane. So their fight, well, they're not actually insane, but their fighting skills were. So they drove deep into the enemy host. They really did what yeah, no one else could. They stopped the Legion's advance and even drove them back a bit, but some of those ancients, they really had a problem, because the onslaught of Legion was so much that some of those guys were killed, like the twins Urzok and Urzol, who are in the game right now as, I think, druid spells or talents. I think there's Urzok's Claw or something as a talent you can skill, so that's a nice touch. But let's turn in the quest again before I ramble on and just stand here forever.
How are you?
What did you find? Dead, all of them, around the altar, and you found these spider idols on them. Mass sacrifice. They threw their lives to Shadra. Kotonga has told me of Shadra. She is the Venom Queen, the lower of spiders, worshipped in darkness. If the Vile Branch are performing rituals, I'm not going to let them finish. Check the cave behind the altar at the top of Jinthar Lore. Deep within it, one of Shadra's keepers might still be lurking. Kill her and take whatever she carries back here so we can know what's going on.
You be careful,
Okay.
man.
So, back to the topic, and I really hate this quest line because all you're pretty much supposed to do is get up, get back down, get back up. It's really tedious. So I understand if you don't want to do this quest, but I've started the quest line, so let's finish it. Yeah, and some of those demigods were being killed, like for instance Ursok Ursol, Aviana was killed, Agamagan was killed. Agamagan still in the game was in the game. I think he is not alive in the World of Warcraft anymore. He was resurrected by his fellow how are they called? Are they called Quillbore? I don't know. The oh come on. Really? More of them?
That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet.
This was so close. He was killed during the War of the Ancients, and he was resurrected within the now changed instance of the name. Razorfang Crawl was it? I think. Yeah, it was the Crawl of Razorfang, and now it's changed, and there's only the corpse of Agamagan there. I think. Yeah, I think the there was a faction within the Crawl that killed Agamagan. Well, you could do that too in the classic version of the instance, which is kind of nice touch again. Oh, come on! Really? Oh, I hate those guys. You see, that's why I hate this quest, because I really have no chance of getting to my objective any time soon. It's really tedious to get up here. Come on. So bro, please die. And by the time I get dismounted, I got so much mobs behind me that it's really hard to survive. So luckily they dropped something to eat for me. Thank you! Yeah. And even Scenarios, he was attacked by a demon, and he was wounded very badly. He was about to die, but he got help from someone unexpected. The white stag Malorn was there to, of course, help his son, because oh, come on, because Scenarios is the son of Malorn, and he helped the he helps his son and defeated the demons that were trying to kill him pretty successfully. So Scenarios was dragged back to the host to give him a little bit of space to recuperate and to heal. But Malorn, he was fighting the demons very hard, and he gave them a bad time, really bad time. So, of course, this was something that couldn't stand against Akemond, so he decided to show up himself on the battlefield, and he took on Malorn. The fight itself was, it wasn't as bad as it could have went, because they were kind of equal in power, or so it seemed for the first minute or so. But When the defenders thought that MorelleNoir got it handled, they focused on Scenarios and trying to help him to heal. But, as you know, Archimonde, he killed MorelleNoir. He took the slender beast into his grip, and he twisted his neck, and with a loud snap the neck broke and the demigod sank lifeless to the ground. This was also the time because Malfurion, he knew that MorelleNoir was the father of Scenarios. He attacked Archimonde full with all his might, and he even forced Archimonde to retreat, which is a feat. Well, not much. There are not much people who can. Not many. You can count people, so it's many. Not many people who can attest to have done something like that and survived. So Malfurion is really badass motherfucker. Really is. And that was when the dragons appeared also, because Ysera and Ysera, Alexstrasza, and the Bronze Dragonflight under the leadership of, I think it was Soridormi or Chromie, I don't know, I think it was one of those two. And they were attacking the dragons, but when Ysera saw what happened to MorelleNoir, she was in rage. She was deeply wounded, and this was the revelation that not in fact Elune was the mother of Scenarios, but Ysera was. Which is kind of a huge revelation if you think about it. Because, the Night Elves, they believed that Scenarios was the spawn of their goddess Elune. Yeah, it's kind of like Jesus or something like that. And this revelation was a huge one, at least for those present and also for me, because I really thought it was Elune. Those were just legends, and I really forgot that this passage was in the War of the Ancients. So, if you think of Scenarios, think of MorelleNoir and Ysera, so a giant, how do you call him? Male deer. Is it elk? No. No, right? Really? Elk? Could be. So just picture that great white stag. It's a stag. Yes, of course, it's a stag. Picture that great white stag pounding the shit out of a giant green dragon. Just picture it. The porn story writes itself, doesn't it? Yeah, and that was kind of the origin story of Scenarios, who of course survived, because, well, you meet him in Warcraft 3. He is pretty much alive there and gets killed, I think, by Grom Hellscream. Yeah, I think really it's Grom Hellscream who kills Scenarios under the influence of the demon blood of Manoroth. Yeah, it should be. So, that's pretty much where the War of the Ancients ends for now, for today, because we need to get back to the quest giver and then turn the quest. There is not much use in tackling another storyline or chapter in the War of the Ancients. So hopefully you've had some fun. Hopefully I don't sound or didn't sound all too bad this time. But let's just turn in the quest for now. Be sure you search her body. I don't want any traps laid by the Wild Range to be hidden by their deaths. The parts scattered, the keepers separated. I see. This is rituals to summon Shadra. They must not have gotten far. It should be destroyed. So we got a dagger, legs, no. Oh.
Bye-bye now.
got some mail. Really? No quest? Okay, let's port back to, I think, Raventask? Yeah, Raventask. There's another quest! Why didn't I see that? Why?
Be quick about
The
it.
Shoals! Yeah, we already read that. We can't toss that tablet aside just yet, Rienko. We can use it. You see, I'm quite taken with the venom of the spiders here. It's clearly magical, probably related to their spider god the shows are involved in. And if that tablet will allow someone to summon it, well, you can see where it's going. The Horde can't pass up this opportunity. Take the tablet to my fellow Forsaken. Right to the west, at the research station in the Hirivata ruins.
Beware
Okay,
the
so now we
lion.
can at least run somewhere. Yeah, and you see here is a new add-on at work. It's called the... how is it called? Pet Tracker. It's called Pet Tracker. So you see all the stable masters here on the map, and you can see the pets that are missing from this zone, like for instance here the voodoo figurine and the clockwork gnome, or archaeology stuff. And oh my god, there's so much missing here. So why am I dismounted? When? So you see, when you're into pet battles, also you can see here Master Pet Trainer. He has 3 pets, battle pets. This is a really great add-on. I can really yeah, advise you to take it whenever, or yeah, I really can tell you this add-on is great. Use it if you're into pet battles. It's because you get here this rivals thingy, and you can. There's also an overview of all pet trainers, and if they have their quest available for today, and it tracks every it tracks every one of those battles you fought against them and suggests teams. So you can see here with history, is there anyone I killed? No, I don't think so. I've got the add-on for I think 3 or 4 days, so there isn't much pet battle going on there. But you can see this is a great add-on for you guys. You can filter here. There's really much to do, so you can just I got one other add-on here for the teams here, so that's kind of great. But Pet Tracker can this do also, so just use Pet Tracker and be done with it. It also has some great things within the pet battle frame, like you see what the enemy pets can do. If you fight a player, you got all 6 possibilities of abilities that could have been chosen, and when the enemy player uses some of those skills, they get ruled out by the add-on. So we're going to make our home here, and yeah, see you again in the next episode. TTFN, ta-ta for now!